Hello and welcome to FTTR. I'm Ewan McQuaid and this is the latest instalment of the Studio series. Now, I know I said I was going to do See No Evil 2, however I'm having issues with the film. I'm unable to watch it at the moment, so instead we are going to be talking about the main event from 2020. Yeah. So what is the main event? If you can't tell from my tone already, the main event is a film on Netflix starring, I don't know, Keith Lee's in it. Yeah, you got Keith Lee. So what's the film about? It's about a young boy called Leo who discovers a mask that transforms him into an amazing wrestler. Now, on paper, that sounds like a good idea. However, the issue, and the biggest issue with this film, is that it doesn't take the concept far enough. So, for example, how this should have been is Leo finds the mask, puts on the mask, and then it's like a Shazam situation where he is played by another actor who, looks like a wrestler. However, in this film, he stays a kid. He just gets really, really strong, really quick, really powerful. And that is just where it falls down because it just looks dreadful. Like, say if they had John Cena in the mask and he could do all the moves, they wouldn't have to rely on this god awful CGI and awful wire work. It just looks rubbish. The effects are so bad. The action's so bad. It's not even proper wrestling or anything like that. And I get, saying it's made for kids, but I don't even know if kids would like this. It's like mind-numbing kids stuff. The dialogue is atrocious. The relationships are not great, and the dynamics are not great. Everything about this film just falls flat on its face. For a film that was sort of hailed as WWE returning or debuting on Netflix with their own new studios film, the main event is just awful. It is easily the worst studios film that I have seen so far. I just don't think there's any enjoyment in it whatsoever. Everything about it, even the cameos. Keith Lee is the best part of this film, genuinely. There's not much else that is redeemable in the main event. And it's a shame because it's a really cool concept. Like, if this had been done in the 90s, I think this would have been like a massive hit. Not this particular film, but if the idea was done in the 90s, this would have been an absolute box office smash. Instead, we get a watered down coming of age story that's just And I think that is the worst part of it. There's nothing really to say about this film. It's just so mediocre and painful to watch at times. So, to be honest, I'd rather have watched See No Evil 2. I'll have a review of See No Evil 2 up next week, but for now, if I'm to rate the main event, I know this video hasn't gone very long as my others, but I've got no sort of analysis or anything to add to it. It's just so stale and so corporately created, and I think that is probably the biggest, or one of the biggest issues, is that this is just a WWE puff piece to make them look amazing. Like, everything is great. Everyone loves WWE in this world. Everyone loves wrestling. No other companies exist. It is just what would happen if WWE controlled the wrestling landscape. So yeah, the main event is a massive letdown. It is flawed, to say the least. and I would give it 1.5 out of 5, simply because I feel like very small kids could enjoy this. You know, sort of, I don't even think like teenagers would be like, what is this? But maybe, you know, 9, 10, who are just getting into wrestling, maybe this could be their gateway into wrestling. It's very family friendly, and it's just a bit mind numbing, to be honest. So those are, it kind of broke me, can you tell? Rewatching the main event, it broke me. Those are my thoughts on the main event. Easily the worst, and I don't recommend the main event at all. So thank you everyone for listening to my very down thoughts on the main event, and hopefully next week I'll have a review of See No Evil 2 up, and that should hopefully be a lot better. So until then, if you can watch studio stuff, check out the other stuff. There'll be links right across my face that you can check out and have a look at. Maybe you want to see what Wrestling Empire's like, that new game. Play Wrestling Empire, don't watch the main event. Play Wrestling Empire. So yes, thank you everyone for watching. Support FTTR, means a lot, and thank you ever so much, and have a nice day.